Howdy. Waiting for some people to get in the room here. Oh, Sunday afternoons. I love them. They're so nice and laid back and lazy. So fun. Laid back and lazy. So fun. All right. Howdy. I see a few people are beat me in here. So, anyway, how you like my new filming station here? My new computer, my new sewing machine, my new sewing table that Kevin put together last night. So, yeah, it's pretty fun in here. I don't have everything where it needs to be yet, but, we're getting there. But anyway, I love this table. It was everything I wanted. Like, it's got drawers over here, and this part pulls out, so I can use my laptop or my iPad over here, and it's really cool. So what have you guys been doing today? Have you been sewing today? I admit I have not done one single bit of sewing today because I haven't had my stuff hooked back up yet. So, yeah. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Welcome back. Hi, Libby. Nice to see you. Beth. Oh, you're in Ohio. What part of Ohio are you in? I'm in Perrysburg, which is north up by Toledo. And I am real close to where the Turnpike and I-75 meet. Alrighty. Hi, Deborah. Nice to see you. Hi. Thank you very much. I don't know what your first name is, S. Johnson. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you informal like that, but I don't know your name. Hi, Heidi. Nice to see you. Hi, Isabel. Montreal. Wow, that's cool. What part of Montreal are you in? Oh, let's see. Finished the Wrapped in Love dress yesterday. Oh, I've been eyeing that one. Is the slit up too high? That's what I was worried about. How is it for modesty? Let me know, because I really want to make that one. Let's see. About 40 miles north of Columbus. Oh, you're in Marion. Oh, my goodness. My daughter used to live in Columbus, in Pickerington, actually. And we used to, when we would keep their kids when they were living there, we would meet them in Marion to trade kids. So, yeah, it's about halfway. Let's see. Hi, Dorothy from Florida. Alexis, Sunday evening from Bonnie, Scotland. Oh, that's so cool. Scotland is so beautiful. I have a really good friend who lives, I do not know where she lives in Scotland, though. I probably should know this, but she went on a mission trip and married someone over there, so she loves it. She loves it there. Let's see. It's the only true Scottish wedding that I ever photographed. He had full regalia on. It was wonderful. Hi, Ingrid. How are you feeling? I hope you're healing well. It's a good sign that you're on with us today. Let's see. Hi, Linda. Morristown, New Jersey. Awesome. Sarah. Hi, everyone. Beth. Small world. Yes, that's very true. Deb's Way. You're in Florida. Nice to see you. Welcome. Not hearing you. Is anyone else having the same? Let me turn my sound off on, I think. Because when I sat down, I could hear myself. Yeah. Because when I sat down, because I have to turn my sound off on my iPad so I don't get an echo. So it's coming through there. So maybe see if your volume's up on your laptop or iPad or whatever you're watching on. Hi, Adrian. Nice to see you. Glad you can be here today. Oh, you're printing off Love Notions patterns, Tony. Awesome. Hi, Frugalisma. Oh, that's right. Your name is Sam. Thank you. I should have remembered that from last time. Yeah, you did. I'll tell you what, that was really neat. I'd done a few in kilts, that were kind of Scottish, but this guy was like the real deal. And it was awesome. And he is the sweetest man. He's so sweet. Like I said, they're friends of ours, and they They just have the cutest kids. Their mom is a super good friend of mine. So, yeah, they're just awesome. All righty. Good. I'm glad I'm coming through loud and clear. Hi, Denise. Nice to see you. Thank you. This is the Laundry Day tee. I made it probably 3 years ago. I love the colors in this dress. I should have made it a little shorter than I did. It's kind of long, but it's very comfortable, and it's just, we've got a little bit of running to do today. After this, I'm going to go take a baby gift. The baby gift that I posted on the message board, I am taking that over to deliver that, and then because I did miss the shower yesterday, and they had a drive-by shower, but I just didn't get there. But I'll just take it to them, and then we're taking my mother-in-law out to eat. She hasn't been in a restaurant since all this COVID stuff happened, and we were at this particular restaurant the other day, and they were doing a really good job of social distancing, and the servers were all wearing masks and gloves, and it felt very, very safe. So we think she needs to get out of Dodge for a little bit, so we're going to take her out to eat. She's had to eat all of her meals in her room by herself out of styrofoam containers since this whole thing started, because she's in assisted living. So that's been really hard on her. And so we just think that she kind of deserves to go out a little bit. And we're going to be really, really careful. She's 89, or I'm sorry, she's 90, almost 91. I don't know why I said 89. She's 90. So she's frail but strong, if you know what I mean. Super neat lady. And I love her very much. So I'm looking forward to taking her out to eat tonight. It should be a nice treat for her. More pain today. Yeah, they say like um, as the sort of your surgery meds wear off, then you have a little bit more pain. Did they give you a block? Because I know when I had my knee surgery, when they tried to repair it and weren't able to, they put a block in so that I didn't feel the pain that much for the first, you know, maybe day and a half, and then when it came, man, it came like a vengeance. So maybe there was a little bit of a block or something, because when stuff starts to wear off, it hurts. I know. The Maya's still on the ventilator, to my knowledge. The last update that they posted, she is stable though. They have stabilized her. Her little sister Naomi is doing better all the time. She is eating, and she's still on dialysis, but she's doing much better. And she's still having some breathing issues at night, so they've got her on a pretty high concentration of oxygen at night. But she's making her way back. She's starting to produce urine on her own, which is fantastic. And if you would know this family, they are like the most precious little family. uh, he went to I homeschooled my kids, but my son-in-law and he went to high school, the local high school together, and they were all in youth group together. And so all of our kids hung out all the time, and so and their parents are super good friends of ours. So it's just really hard to hear this, because they are the sweetest couple, and three just adorable children. And their boy, who's the oldest, has nothing, no signs of it whatsoever, just the little girls. So hopefully they'll come through and everything. No, what we're praying for is no lasting effects from this. So far, Naomi, the little baby, she's looking like her kidneys are going to come back. So just keep praying. I really appreciate that, and I will post updates as soon as I know anything. They're exhausted, so I don't want to text them all the time. Even the grandma who's here, they're down in Virginia, but even the grandma who's up here, who's my really close friend, I hate to keep bugging her, because I know everybody's just going, how are they? How are they? How are they? And I don't want to just kind of add to that if she's finally getting to rest or something. So I just she's been really good about texting me updates, so I just kind of wait till she texts me. Oh, hi Karen from South Florida. Hi Lynn, nice to see you. I'm doing very well. I am in it just it's been the best week. I mean, I got just my channel grew. I'm enjoying my new machines, and I got a new desk, and our air conditioner is fixed. So yeah, Kim is happy. Yes, very good news. Very good news about the girls. I've had a wonderful Sunday. Got up and watched church online, and um, just had slow coffee with my husband, and yeah, we've had a nice day. I've just been kind of trying to put my room back together. It's still a shambles, but tomorrow I should be at least back to sewing and just kind of go slow with. I've got things I don't know what to do with, so this is a craft room, not just sewing room. So I have the silhouette vinyl cutter, and I have a heat press, and I have a lots of paraphernalia. I have stuff for my grandkids to do when they come and that kind of thing. So I think I need to pare down and put some of that stuff for the grandkids maybe in another bin somewhere out, not in here. Accessible, but because they can bring it in here when they come. It doesn't have to be in here all the time. So I'm excited. I'm going to redecorate a little bit and put up, maybe I might hang some of my vintage patterns up. Had this idea. I don't really know how to do it, but I thought I might do vintage patterns and then a picture of what I made from way back. I don't know how that'll work exactly, but I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. They aren't the greatest pictures because I didn't care about that back then. So, but there are some really special things like my son's outfit that he was christened in, I made, and then I have a picture of him in it, and I have a picture of his little boy in it. So that would be really cool to hang up. And yeah, so little redecorating. My husband's going to put yet another pegboard over on that wall for me. And I need to get some racks for serger cones. And I have my old sewing table over there with the serger and cover stitch on it. So I need to get a chair for over there so I don't have to drag it across. And yeah, lots of plans. It's all lots of fun. All right, let's see. I've got to catch up here. I hope I don't miss anybody here. Hi, Anessa. Good to see you. Kristen, hi. Nice to see you. Edna, hi in Jacksonville. Hi there. Nice to see you. Hi, Renee in Georgia. Yes, thanks, Sarah. And congratulations on getting your shorts done. I can't wait to see a picture. I'm so proud of you. And I actually did a screenshot of what you said about Karina, and I texted it to Karina this morning. So she was delighted. Thank you. I really, this has got great possibilities. I don't exactly know where I'm going to put things, but I like this little pull-out thing for my iPad that works out really nice. Let's see. It was cheap too. It wasn't expensive at all. So, the horn ones are like terribly expensive. This one was like a fraction of that. So they had it on Wayfair, but I ended up getting it actually from Walmart. Same thing. It was just a couple dollars cheaper. And I was able to pick it up at the store to save shipping. So, all right. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. Hi, Carrie. My craft room doubles as my home office since COVID hit. Oh, that would be hard. It's hard to stay on task for work with all my toys around, I would imagine. Or it could be incentives to get your work done fast so you can get at your toys. But I know I had my grandkids for a week and they homeschool like I did. And so since I'm a former homeschool mom, my daughter sort of asked me to keep things going for them so that they can come and stay more often. So I use this desk or the table up here, my cutting table, as their like sort of school table. And it was nuts to have all that stuff in this room. So the next time that she brought them, we used the kitchen table. I decided it really wasn't that conducive up here for school because there's so many fun things around, and they love to, play in here. I mean, they're really respectful of all the cutting tools and everything, but they love to just sew. Like they just love to sew. So I let them. Now they can have the magnolia, the old machine. I have it over in the corner there, and when they come, I'm gonna move my serger and cover stitch and just let them work at that little desk that I used to have. So, yeah, it gives them options. Sorting through your patterns and getting them on Trello. Awesome. Yeah, I took all my patterns to the basement and filed them alphabetically according to designer. And the big four ones are in numerical order. So it's kind of nice. I have them all in that Patterns app, that iOS app. And it's nice because I can just look and see what I have. And I don't end up buying things that I have something pretty close, which is nice. Because when you can hack something you already have, why buy a new pattern? Unless it's a designer you love and you know the fit's going to be amazing. Then you do. Thanks. I think it should be fun. Yeah, I guess I'll probably take it over to Michael's or someplace like that and see if they have any ideas for that. The transformer room. It's a sewing room, guest room, and office. Wow, there's a lot. Let's see. Learning a lot from your videos. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you do. I really want to encourage people to feel better about themselves by sewing clothes that fit, and learn to sew so that it's an enjoyable thing and not a frustrating thing. Not that we don't all have frustrating moments, but hopefully when you learn and take your time and just enjoy the process, you make a few less mistakes. I had a weird day yesterday. I was making those baby outfits, and I mean, how many times have I sewed like those little pegs, those little leggings, and I just, instead of sewing the crotch seams together, I sewed the legs together. So it looked like a giant skirt with scoop over here. And I was just like, and it was such real, like it was a knit, but it was a really thin, like baby knit. So I pitched them and just cut it out again because it was only this big. But I was like, how dumb. How long have I been sewing? So if you make mistakes, don't feel bad. You probably still will 20, 30, 40 years from now. Yeah. You know what? This is the closet back here, Tony. Was just the clothes closet, and my husband took the doors off, and he put those shelves are from Amazon, just the cubes, and I actually have them linked in my Amazon shop, and they were real inexpensive, and I just have my fabric on there, and every shelf has a Trello board, and I know exactly what's on those shelves. So it's kind of cool because I know what stash I have at any given moment. So, and that's something I have never had before. I would just think I might have something, and they were in bins in the attic, and now I know exactly what I have, which is really great. Okay, let's see. Hi, M.A. Is it M.A. Yates? Hello, nice to see you. Sorry, I don't mean to be informal or formal, but I don't know your first name. So nice to see you. Is it nice in Florida right now? I heard it was really warm. It's been really hot. I don't know. Somebody told me that. Hi, Diana. Just down the road in Kentucky. Hi, Adrian. Again, nice to see you. I am air conditioned upstairs. Isn't that awesome? We got our central air restored finally, and so I'm just thrilled. We had 2 years without it. It we built this house 20 years ago, and so like slowly everything, everything has a 20-year cycle, and the air conditioner went out right about the time my husband lost his job, which was a couple years ago. And so it was not the time to replace it. And we tried repairing it, and it finally just couldn't be repaired anymore. And we just felt really strongly that we should pay cash for it, so we saved, and he's much more gainfully employed now. So we were finally able to pay cash and get our air conditioning fixed. So that was awesome. Not fixed, we actually got a brand new unit. So yes, we have central air again. Otherwise, I would not be sitting up here at 3 in the afternoon. I'd have been downstairs somewhere filming this. Yes, Lynn, same here. I mean, I've got patterns back from the oldest one I have is 1950, which obviously wasn't mine originally. But it's uncut and it's perfect. So I don't know exactly what to do with that, but I think that's kind of special. It doesn't even look like anybody even opened it. I think it was my mother-in-law's who probably was gonna sew and then didn't. I don't know. But I will, might just, that one's definitely probably gonna get framed up here. Hi, oh, from Mexico. Nice to see you, Matilda. I love Mexico. I was supposed to go in March, and obviously that was the week that they started closing things down, so I ended up not being able to go. So we're rescheduled for May, so can't wait. Let's see. What is the dress that I'm wearing? Is it one of my makes? Yes, it is. It's a laundry day tee from Love Notions. And I made it probably 3 years ago. This is cotton spandex blend from Girl Charlee. I wish they had more of this because I love the colors in this pink. I would make something else with it too, but I love it. Let's see. Hi from Philly. Nice to see you, Kim. Hi, Ruth. First time watching. Oh, thank you. Welcome. What are you sewing this week, Ruth? Are you sewing pants with us, or are you working on something else? Let us know what you're sewing. Let's see. Hi, Marianne from Connecticut. Today's sewing a knit for the first time. All right. I hope you're not having too much trouble. It's not that hard. It's definitely not, shouldn't be your first project, but I don't see any reason why it can't be a second. And, really, as long as you don't stretch it, but you stretch it when you should stretch it, but you don't stretch it when you shouldn't stretch it. And as long as you learn when to stretch it and when not to stretch it, you're good, I think. So that's pretty much sums up what's, the big thing about knits. And they're, once you learn how to do like a neckband and stuff, they're so quick and easy. And man, I love putting sleeves in knits. They're so easy. And yeah, love knits. All right. Tony. Oh, yes, please do. Post it. Are you in the Facebook group, Tony? Post it in the Facebook group. Maybe we'll start a thread of sewing rooms. I think I'll do that after this chat. I'll say everybody share their sewing rooms. Maybe we can get ideas from each other. Because I am I've had this room for 5 years, and I'm sort of tired of some of the art I have on the wall and stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to redecorate a little bit. I still like my sunny yellow walls, though. They're cheery. They cheer me up. So I'm not going to change those. But I love the colors in here. I've got pink and yellow and teal and orange. It's just all happy. So I don't want to change that. But I just want to get different art on the walls, and I guess he's going to put another pegboard up. This one over here you can't see right now, but I'm sure you've seen it in the videos. It's 4 feet by 6 feet, so it's huge, and I have everything under the sun on that pegboard. But I still need more space, so he's going to put like maybe a 3 by 4 one over there on the upper part of that wall over there, so should be fun. Hi, Teresa. Yep, that's the wire shelving from Amazon too. It goes together really well. Hi, Rhonda from Nebraska. Awesome. Yep, I heard that at one of my brother-in-law's a place in Tampa, and he said it was really hot there. Clergy blouse. Are you being ordained? That's awesome. Adrian, congratulations. That's so awesome. So do you have to wear the clergy blouse under a robe, or just, that it's a modest type dress? Congratulations. That's so amazing. Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you. Marianne says, I've been sewing and quilting for many years and had bad experience with knits years ago, making the Love Notions classic tee. So far, so good. I was just about to ask you how it was going. You said so far, so good. Hi, Tony. I didn't know there was a Facebook group. Now I don't go out anymore to work. It's good to get to know people. You know what? We really have a nice group of ladies on that on the Facebook group and in these chats. I feel like I know you guys. It's so awesome. So if you go to Facebook, search for Dorothy's Daughter Community, and I have to approve you, and make sure you answer just at least one of the membership questions, because a lot of people have signed up and they just ignore those, and I have no way of knowing if it's a bot if you don't answer the questions. So just like answer one so I know you're a real person. And I feel bad because I've had to decline people, but I'll look. It'll tell you if you have common groups with people, and that if there's somebody who hasn't answered any questions and I see that they're on, members of the Ellie Mac or the Love Notions group or something like that, well then I know that they're sewing related and a person. But otherwise, you just don't know if it's a bot. I had at least one that was kind of questionable. A man who was in the army. I'm like, I don't think he's probably sewing over in Afghanistan, but maybe. I'm not, that could be. But he didn't answer any questions, and so I unfortunately had to decline him. So, but we have to be careful because we don't want anybody, we don't want any trolls, and we don't want any bots. So as long as I know you're a real person, I'll let you in. So, okay. Just a clergy collar. Okay. Hi, Penny. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Ruth, what program do I use to store all of your patterns? It is an iPhone app, or iPad iPhone, and it's called Patterns. Sewing Patterns. If you search for that on the App Store, it's phenomenal. I think I did a whole video on it. Search for, let's see, it would have been back probably 6 months ago, maybe. It should be there, and it's how to organize your patterns. And I did like a screenshot and showed how I logged them in and stuff. It's really good. It's a really good app. Trello's really nice too, because you can search
motion detected at the front door
through Trello. So if you probably heard my Ring doorbell, just tell me there's someone at the door, but it's just my husband coming home, so it's fine. Just I don't need to jump up and run and see what that was. Hi, Marion. Nice to see you again. There's an Android app too, Ruth. It's on both. So just search on the Google Play Store, I guess. Hi, nice to see you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna go out to dinner, so I got, I cleaned up a little bit. I'm taking my mother-in-law out to dinner today. Oh, you're welcome, Lynn. Ruth. I, you said thank you, and then I looked down below and saw Lynn's name, so sorry about that. Yeah, Trello is wonderful. I use Trello to plan my blog and vlogs, and use Trello to organize my fabric stash. And I also have a board called Monthly Sewing, and I have by month, and I take a photo of everything I have made, even if it's a dumb little mask. I just think it's really important. So many years I sewed things, and now I don't have any photos of them. So I take a photo of every single thing I made. Even if I'm not going to share it with you guys, I'll still at least put it in Trello and put a picture of it in there. Even if it's just on the mannequin. If I sew something for one of the grandkids, usually my daughter and daughter-in-law both know to send me a picture right away for my board. So, yeah, I think it's really important to keep track of what you've done, and you can go back and look at your progress. You can just, you know, see, just how, like, maybe you remember something, but you don't remember how you did it or what pattern you used. You can look back and kind of remember. So, I like that. Yeah, I've done the fabrics, and it's really, once you get them in there, it's real easy to just adjust the amount or else archive the card. Um, and I just have my shelves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 cubes, and I just have them labeled in cube 1, cube 2, cube 3, cube 4, and down, and then I have the cards in the lists, and then if I move them, I drag that over to the other cube, and if I use half of it, I'll just go on and change the amount. And when I'm out shopping and I see a pattern or something, I know that I have something I can use to make it, which is pretty awesome. I photograph all my completed knitting projects. Yes. Anything you do craft wise. I mean, I made my husband I didn't make the shirt. I bought the shirt, but I put spelled out dad in guitar chords. So I gave that to him, and I used my silhouette, which I cut a vinyl stencil, and then I used fabric ink. So it wasn't sewing, but I still photographed it and put it in there because it was a project that I did. Hello, nice to see you.
Accepted at the front door.
Nice to see you, Tina, from Mississippi. Hi, Heidi. Let's see. Beth, me too, especially baby sweaters. Oh, I love baby clothes and baby. It's so fun to sew things for babies. We need more babies around here. Ontario. Nice to see you, Diane. Your first sewing bee. Well, good. Welcome. Glad you could join us today. We just sit and chat, and I try to let you guys do the talking, and I sort of comment and ask questions, or you guys can feel free to ask any questions if you have any. How are pants going? Let me ask you guys that. Are you, lots of people have been letting me know that they have gotten their muslins done and have really made successful pants already. So let me know how you're going with that. If you haven't started yet, that's okay, because you know what? The nice thing about YouTube is that those videos will be there forever. So you can go back and refer to them and start this at any given time. You don't have to do it now. And as far as I know, I'm not going anywhere. So you can always ask questions. I'll always be up for it. Hi, Maria. Nice to see you. Trying to put in pockets. They keep pulling the skirt. Pulling which direction? One thing you can do with pockets is once they're in or inside pockets, when you put them in, then whichever, like, just take and clip just the back seam allowance, and then they should go forward and not pull so much. I don't know why they'd be pulling otherwise. Just make sure you clipped your corners and, you know, all that good stuff. And yeah, just snip the back seam allowance so that they go forward. I don't know why they would pull the skirt, but what fabric are you using? Maybe it's a heavier fabric. Just getting back into garment sewing. Well, that's okay, because you know what? Like I said, you can wait until you are confident to try pants again. So, yeah, they'll be there. That's not a bad idea, Edna. That's a good way to do it as well, to watch them all and then go make them later and refer back. You know, it's funny because we were talking about, Karina and I were talking about different videos that get good views, and some that, like, I had one that just kind of exploded lately, and it was the 1 yard patterns. People loved that, and it's a topic, it's trendy. But then you do a tutorial like the pants things, and they don't get a whole lot of views in the beginning. But the thing is, it's not clickbait, but it's bookmark bait, because that's a resource that people will go back to. So not everything is meant to necessarily be clicked like crazy in the beginning. If you're wanting to build a resource for people, you know, you can just serve over time, because you don't want everything to just blow up and then go away. So you have to have a mix of clickbait and bookmark bait. That's what I called it. So, oh, I love the Talon top. I have one I made out of sweatshirt fleece, and I love it. Inward. Okay. So it's pulling the dress in. Janet, rayon challis is kind of difficult to sew. The trick with it is that it can get out of shape because it's so loosely woven. It's so comfortable to wear, though. It's worth the trouble. Make sure you stay stitch everything and use interfacing where you need it, and you should be okay. And just try really hard not to stretch it out of shape. Like if you have to seam rip and do something over and over, it can really stretch out of shape bad. So even though it's a woven, it's loose, and so necklines can grow, and then they don't fit the collar anymore and that kind of thing. So make sure you stay stitch and use you know, good interfacing where you need it. So plackets, collars, you know, that kind of thing. I love rayon challis. I need some in my life. I don't have any in my stash right now, and I need some. Let's see. Always searching for techniques. Yep, me too. Thank you, Renee. That's my goal. I would love to be a reference library. Yeah, I can do with the back adjustments that I'm going to do the next pants video, which should have been yesterday, but because my room was torn up, I didn't do it. But I will be doing it, you know, early this week, and I will be showing you a sway back. There's a couple different ways to do it, but there's the right way, and then there's sort of a hacky way to do it. So I'll show you both. True about the resource comment. I'm planning on bringing binging the pants series so I can use it as a follow-along class. Oh, good. Thank you so much. Who is Karina? Karina is Lifting Pins and Needles. She has a very a wonderful YouTube channel. She's so knowledgeable, and she's a classic sewer. So she is somebody who does things, like the right way and doesn't necessarily find a lot of shortcuts. And I really appreciate that because I do like my shortcuts. But she's so precise, and every corner is crisp, and and anyway, we've gotten to be really good friends. She lives in Brazil, and she actually has helped me in the beginning when I first was a new YouTuber. She's befriended me and helped me, as has Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery. So yeah, she's a really good friend, and we text back and forth a lot. So but yeah, she is extremely knowledgeable. So um, if you want to see good resource, just check her videos out 'cause she's amazing. Very creative too,
Motion detected at the front door.
and a very nice friend. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much. Sarah, I need to lengthen to just before the elbow the sleeves of many T-shirts. Oh yeah, I think you asked me this on the comments. If it was you, Sarah, maybe I have you confused with someone. But so you kind of want like a 3/4 sleeves? Is that what you're wanting? Well, that's very simple to do. So I guess how I would show you to do that. I mean, we're not doing bodices and that right now, but what I would do is I would just sort of measure that area of your arm, measure down to where you want that to be, measure that area of your arm, kind of decide how much ease you want there, because you don't want it to be real tight. You want to be able to bend your elbow. So you need, I don't know the exact number at the top of my head. Sometimes I have to look those up, how much ease you should have, but I'm guessing it's probably a good 1 to 2 inches. And unless it's a knit, if it's a knit, you wouldn't need that much. But, and then what I would do, once you know how narrow this needs to be, then I would just take the pattern and ease down to that amount, and voila. So that's how I would do it. Just so you make sure that you have it fit the right way where you want it to end. Because if you don't do that, it's going to just be huge right here and, billowy, because it's meant to not to taper until it gets down here. If it's a long sleeve. If it's a short sleeve and you just go straight, you're going to get the same thing. So just taper it down to wherever you want it to be. I hope that helps. Anyway. Yeah, and Sarah, what I will do is, if you try that, if you get into trouble, let me know, and I can maybe do I did a screenshot video for someone the other day on the Facebook group, so I could do that, and just kind of show you what I mean. Let's see. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Yes, they do. Rayon Charlee does grow. I wish it grew in my stash because I love it. I wish it would grow there so I could have more. I don't have any in my stash right now because as soon as I get Rayon Charlee, I sew it up. I just love it. So I need to get some because it's summer and it's the best fabric in the summertime. It's so breathable and cool and, breezy. Fantastic. UK equivalent. Oh, viscose, right? Yeah. It's I don't know if it would be a viscose Charlee, but it's a really light loose woven viscose, because viscose is rayon, I believe, right? So I think that would be the equivalent. How am I enjoying the cover stitch? I love it. I'm glad I did not get a real expensive one because it basically has one use. But that use is important, so I'm enjoying it. Right now I've been getting used to three, this new machine and then my new serger and that, so it's fun because, we're getting to know one another. The serger yesterday gave me a few fits, but it was operator error. Like I told my husband, we just haven't gotten to know each other very well. It doesn't like to, it goes over thick seams, but it goes so fast that I have to slow down over the thick seams, and then I didn't, and I ended up with a huge mess of thread, and I had to pick it apart so that, it was a mess, but it's fine now. So I won't do that again. Like I said, I didn't have good sojo yesterday. It was bad. Maybe there's another name than Charlee Lynn. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe I'll look on Minerva and see if I can find something that I think is close. Grandkids are here. Gotta cut this short. Aw. Yeah, do come back, Beth. It's nice to have you and enjoy those grandbabies. I had a, I'm gonna have mine a week from Friday for the weekend, so that'll be fun. You're working on the duet trouser muslin, Kathy. How much does the front dip down? They should go to sort of just at or just below your belly button. So they're not high hip, they're not they're not high waisted. They should sit on your high hip. So it, could be that you have a longer rise than most people. On me, they almost sit at my waist, but I kind of like that anyway, so I just sort of adapt them that way. But they should be at your high hip. Penny, I bought the Brother 2340 CV that was only $300. I bought it at Joann's on sale, and I just couldn't see spending that much money, the $1,000 Janome. I couldn't see spending that for a machine that just had one use. So I decided, there were such good reviews on the Brother that I decided to get that one. And it's actually an awesome machine. Everybody gives it high ratings, and I like it a lot. So I think I will, I don't think I'm going to need to upgrade that anytime soon. It's super easy to thread, and it's just a really nice machine. I just bought a binding attachment, but I have not figured out how to do it yet. So you like your Baby Lock Soprano. I thought about that, but I didn't know that my husband was going to be able to do this for me, so maybe I would have maybe spent more on the cover stitch if I'd known that, but because I was saving for this, and then voila, he got it for me. So yeah, but I do love it. It's kind of something that you can't replace, I mean, it has for hems and for top stitching on stretchy fabrics and stuff like that. It's just fantastic, and it's real important to have for those things, but doesn't do a whole lot of anything else. So I guess it's supposed to be really good for basting, because of the chain stitch. You can pull it out real easy. I haven't tried that yet, but it'd be good. Let's see. Kathy, I'm working on the duet trouser. Okay, we talked about that already. Hi, Judy. Nice to see you. Maria, thank you so much. This is a brand new desk that my husband put together last night. I'm so excited. I don't even have stuff in the drawers that much yet. I have 2 of the 4. There's stuff in 2 of the 4. Let's see. Creative Grammy. I'm Grammy too. Oh, cool. I guess I'll have to watch a replay. Aw, I'm sorry. We have a few more minutes. We have about 10 more minutes before 4 o'clock when we usually kind of stop. But so, you can join us for this 10 minutes. Let's see. Bye for now. Bye, Dorothy. Nice to see you again. Barbara, my mother used to sew on material she called jersey. Does it go by a different name now? Jersey is basically a stretch knit. It's more of a descriptive term than actual fabric. This is a jersey, like a cotton. A jersey is like just a sort of a stretchy knit. I think most of the time it's cotton. I might be wrong about that, but it's real stretchy. Has some cotton content. I shouldn't say it's cotton, but yeah, a jersey is more of a like descriptive term. It's like saying, it's a twill. Well, denim's a twill and bengaline is a twill. So, you just it's just a descriptive term. So I don't think that jersey is actually a one fabric. It sort of covers a lot of different ones. Let's see. And I'm actually considering getting a cover stitch machine, but is hemming the only function for a cover stitch? It's the most important function. Top stitching too. You get the double top stitching. So if you do that, you can do that on like jeans and stuff. It works really well. You can also do that reverse cover stitch, which is kind of decorative, like on activewear and stuff. And help me out, guys. What are some other uses for a cover stitch? Binding, belt loops. There's like a belt loop attachment you can get. So there is a lot you can do with it, but pretty much the basic thing people get it for is hemming. But it, when you work with a lot of knits, to have a knit hem that, a cover stitch hem that stretches with the garment, it's, priceless. So it is really an important function, but yeah, they probably just do one thing. The volume is really low. Is anybody else having trouble hearing? Oop. Let me see. Is anybody else having trouble hearing? Oop. All right, I turned my volume. I had it muted. It sounded fine to me. Might be your computer or whatever. Sorry about that. Let's see. Binder attachments need practice. Yeah, I thought about fold over elastic would be a good use for that. I want the double fold one, and I accidentally bought the single one, so I'll probably get the double fold one eventually. I don't know that the single fold one really does a whole lot of good except putting the double fold tape in there already. I wanted to be able to just take a neckline like this, and well, this has a band, but a binded neckline and just put it on with the cover stitch, but it doesn't do that quite yet. Okay, check out Joanna Lundstrom for cover stitch info. Is she the one who has all the videos on YouTube? They're sort of badly photographed, but really, really informative. Is that the lady I'm thinking of? Wonderful videos. I want to turn on the lights on for her, but they're wonderful. I mean, the information is amazing. I think she actually has the same one I have. Oh, it's a book. All right, I'm going to have to check that out. Tina, no problem, okay. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. I love sewing. I'm very passionate about it, and it's easy to share when you love something. All right. Same YouTube channel, The Last Stitch. Yeah, she's fun. She's really. I like her. I like her videos. Okay, now I've got to go buy that book, you guys. You've just enabled me. Cool. She's doing a jeans book. Oh, wow. I will be getting that book for sure. So, anybody have questions? We have about 7 minutes left before I have to call it a day and go pick up my mother-in-law for dinner. Anybody have any topics you'd like me to cover coming up? We're going to be doing the pants, and then I've got, I think in July I'm going to focus on fitting bodices. So we'll probably pick a pattern that has darts and a pretty like classic bodice without a lot else going on, and we'll work on fit. Right. Good place to get lightweight twill. I got some at Hobby Lobby before COVID though, and I've only been back in there once since, so I don't know if they have it still, but it was really nice. That fake linen at Joann's is really nice too for shorts. How's my back? You know, it's okay. I have had several back surgeries, so it's never completely good, but this has a nice lumbar thing. I leaned forward because I'm looking at my iPad right now, but I couldn't do that for a real long time, but it does okay. As long as I sit in a good chair, and yeah, it's never good, but it isn't any worse really. So, you know, this one used to be a lot lower, this chair, but it's, you know, it's one of those lift hydraulic ones, and then I got here, and like this was up to here, and so my husband last night, he goes, sit down or stand up, and he put the chair up, and it was like, oh, amazing. But if I went up any further, I wouldn't be able to reach my foot pedal, so I can't go up anymore. Most helpful sewing tools. All right, that's a great idea. Hijacked from other sources. Okay, I will put my thinking cap on that. That's a great idea, Judy. Oh, so Patricia, you know how it is. It's, you know, you just I always say that I just try not to live there, you know, because if I did, I would just be complaining all the time. So I just try not to live there. Once in a while, it wins, and I have to stop and take care of myself. But, you know, because of the way I have to go up and down the steps now, because I can't bend this left knee very much. So I have to go down one at a time, so that this does not, that's not good for my back. But someday we'll get a house that has one level. But for now, this is where we are. And my sewing room's up here, so I'm going to be walking up and down the steps because I love my sewing room. I can't sew without the seam ripper. Does my grandson still like scorpions? He does. He, you know, we all went to Texas for Thanksgiving to see my brother, and they had never been there. Well, the kids had. My daughter was born there, but they hadn't. Kids hadn't been there. So just outside of San Antonio, there's lots of scorpions, and he and his daddy caught one in a jar and investigated it and everything. It was so adorable. It was not a real poisonous. It would have stung like a bee or something. It wouldn't have hurt him necessarily, but it would have hurt. And so then they let it go because my son-in-law's a big, believer in the earth and, respects animal life. So he let Sammy look at it and everything, and then he let it go. So he was so fascinated, and that's all he talked about for months. And yeah, he loves critters, pretty much. Now he's into Pikachu. So he's kind of obsessed with Pokemon, and I found some Pikachu fabric on Etsy, but it was $14 a half a yard, so I only bought a half a yard. And I think I might make some jammy shorts and then just do a white top and put a vinyl decal and give him some jammies. So I don't know, but I wish he would something more common that you can get the fabric for a little bit cheaper, but yeah, really expensive fabric. I can't sew without the seam ripper either. I'm actually considering a video on all the different kinds of seam rippers. I just look at this. There's all of these are seam rippers, and they're all different. So I think that I want to talk about the different seam rippers and how they work and when to use one and when to use the other. So that's on my list. Of things to do. Some of them I have to learn myself. I think sometimes I've been using them wrong. So that's why I think it'd be really good to do a video after I clear all those up and then share that with you. Oh, you're from San Antonio. Hey, my brother lives there, and I'm in Ohio now, but we lived in Houston for many years, and all of my family that I have left is in San Antonio. So, on my side, that is. My husband's family's all here. Pulling a seam out, if you grab the bobbin side with a small pair of pliers, it pulls out. Yeah, agreed. It depends though on how tight, like how long the stitches are. If they're really, if you have it set really short, it's harder to pull out. Yes. I have an ergonomic one too. That's awesome. What I never knew is what the little red ball does. So you guys know what the little red ball does on a seam ripper? Let's see how many of you guys know. Oh, good. Oh, not good that you got stomach bug, but good that you got had success with the Summer Basics, Mary Alice. But I hope you get better. Tell, please. Yes, most people hold it upside down. It is. You're supposed to. Let me grab one that has it. So if you put the ball between, like underneath the stitches, and then you can just glide, and they just, and you don't have to worry about them getting picked underneath. It doesn't rip the fabric. That's why the little ball is there. And I never knew that. I always held it this way, but it's actually supposed to go this way. This kind is interesting. I haven't, well, I don't want to give away the whole video, but this kind here, this looks like a shaver or some kind, like what they do on the back of your neck at the salon. This, you're supposed to be able to just kind of run it down the seam, and it kind of picks the stitches out. I have to master using this one. I haven't quite. I tried to use it the other day, and it was the day that I didn't have Sojos, so maybe I'll try on a different day. Your little red ball fell off. Well, that's not good. Overuse. Seam rippers are useful, but one have to be very careful when using it. Yes. Yep. It does protect your hands. That's a good point. Christina, hi. Didn't know that either. I didn't either till recently, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah, I've taken seam rippers to the hands a few times, and the last, well, still part of it. I was burnt here and here from the iron. No, here and here. I just like accidentally put my arm by the iron, like, duh. I don't know why I did that. You get the ball right. Been sewing for years. Finally, saw someone use it right. Yeah, I know, right? And sometimes though, like, you're right. You still use it the other way because it's programmed, you know. And when you're just in a hurry, it's like, yeah, I know. I do the same thing. That's why I thought a video might be kind of cool to talk about the different kinds. So that's probably, I've got to do some research first, but that's going to be something down the road.
Motion detected at the front door.
All right. Well, I need to run too because I have to take my mother-in-law to dinner. It's been a pleasure, ladies. I just have so much fun chatting with you guys, and I try to keep up. I hope I didn't miss anybody's comments. And yeah, let's plan on next. Well, let's see. It's 4th of July weekend. I'm going to kind of, maybe I'll take a poll or something and see how many people are going to be around. We may do Monday, again, just so that people can have their 4th of July weekend. And I'm probably not going anywhere, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do a poll online and see what people want. Have a wonderful 4th of July, and I know in the UK, you guys don't celebrate that, but you know, you still have summer weekend, so have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, I cannot believe it's July already in a few days. Like, where has 2020 gone, and when is it going to be over? Because it's just like, I mean, COVID, and now there's this dust cloud from the Sahara, and I mean, it's just crazy. And then all the racial unrest, and I mean, come on, 2021, we're ready, aren't we? So, all right, you all have a wonderful week. Ingrid, keep healing. I want to hear how you're doing, and I hope that you are feeling better. And Mary Alice, I hope your stomach bug gets better too. Have a wonderful evening, you guys. I will be seeing you in videos this week, and I hope you have happy sewing. Bye-bye.